David and Claire had shared 10 years of marriage, a decade woven with city escapades and quiet nights at home. David, a witty graphic designer, and Claire, a yoga instructor with an infectious laugh, appeared to have it all: love, ambition, and a circle of friends who envied their connection. Yet, beneath the surface, tension had begun to creep in. Claire's frequent late-night trips with her friends and her distracted air made David uneasy. He dismissed it as paranoia, trusting the bond they'd built over a decade. That trust shattered on a sweltering summer evening. David had arrived at a friend's loft party, planning to surprise Claire, only to walk into a scene seared into his memory forever. The rooftop loft pulsed with music, sparkling lights draped the space, and champagne flowed freely. David, delayed by a client meeting, scanned the crowd for Claire's signature auburn curls. She had texted earlier that she'd be attending with friends, but a knot of dread twisted in his chest as he navigated through the throng. A friend gave him a hesitant glance, nodding toward a slightly ajar door at the back. His heart raced as he pushed it open, and froze. There, on a velvet couch, Claire lay naked, entwined with a man he vaguely recognized as a co-worker from a studio. They were lost in each other, oblivious to everything else. The air seemed to vanish from David's lungs, yet anger didn't overwhelm him. Instead, a cold clarity took hold, his trained designer's eye noting the grotesque tableau before him. The room fell silent as the partygoers realized David's presence. Claire's head snapped up, eyes wide with shock, her lips trembling in a stammered excuse. The man scrambled for his shirt, muttering apologies, but David didn't spare him a glance. His gaze stayed fixed on Claire, and in that instant, he knew yelling wouldn't mend the rupture. He needed something sharper, something unforgettable. "Wow, Claire," David said, his voice calm, carrying over the music. "You really perfected the art of Downward Dog." A ripple of gasps and suppressed laughter swept through the room. Claire's eyes widened further, her face burning with humiliation, as the audience, their friends and acquaintances, absorbed the sting of his words. The quip, sharp and deliberate, wasn't just for her. It was for everyone who had witnessed the heights of their marriage, now confronted with its lowest point. David didn't stop there. He raised his glass to the crowd, a small, wry smile masking the pain beneath. "To new beginnings," he said, "and to knowing when to walk away." He drained his champagne, set the glass down, and walked out, leaving Claire scrambling for cover and the man frozen in embarrassment. The party buzzed with whispers, but David didn't look back. His heart felt battered, yet his exit radiated composure, a silent declaration that betrayal would not define him. In the days that followed, Claire's call flooded his phone. Tears, apologies, frantic claims of drunken mistakes. David ignored them all. He moved into a friend's spare room, hired a lawyer, and began unraveling the life they had built together. Word of his reaction spread, earning him quiet admiration among their circle for handling such a raw betrayal with dignity and sharp wit. Claire faced the consequences. Her yoga studio lost clients, her reputation marred by the public spectacle. David didn't revel in her downfall. He simply focused on reclaiming his peace. He immersed himself in work, channeling his pain into bold new projects. Friends shared stories of Claire's growing distance in the months leading up to the party, signs he hadn't fully noticed. Therapy helped him process the betrayal, not only his but also his own overlooked intuition. He realized the marriage had been fraying long before that night. When Claire attempted to reconcile, showing up at his favorite coffee shop with tear-stained eyes, pleading for a second chance, David's response was simple: "You made your choice in that room. I'm making mine now." He walked away, not in anger, but with unwavering resolve. The man from the party, he later learned, was a brief fling, barely known to Claire. It didn't matter. The trust was irreparably broken. Months later, David settled into a new apartment, walls adorned with his artwork, a testament to fresh beginnings. He started dating again, cautiously, finding joy in small moments, a laugh over coffee, a sunrise run. The night of the party became a story he told rarely, not as a victim, but as a man who had confronted betrayal and emerged stronger. That one sharp, unexpected remark hadn't just stunned the room. It marked the reclaiming of his dignity. One evening, standing on his balcony as the city lights twinkled below, David felt a quiet triumph. Claire had revealed the fragility of their marriage, but his response had showcased his strength. He hadn't screamed or fought. He had walked away, leaving her and everyone else speechless, proving he was more than a betrayal. And in that, he found freedom.